out right now.
Awesome, awesome. I'm just checking because of the light. Maybe some more light could help.
Maybe a little more light. Yeah, let's look at that glow.
It's not glowing. You are glowing, so I think
No,
you are
I'm just
glowing.
nervous because like
And
you're a celebrity.
oh no, come on. I mean, I'm like, I'm following you and I'm like, so your energy and your vibes are so contagious, like, and this is so, I'm so excited also
Okay,
to speak to
good.
you
So we're
live
both speaking
personally.
out. Okay.
Awesome.
All
Awesome.
right. So please introduce yourself to us.
Okay, so my name is Nisrien, and I'm on Instagram. I'm the singing DateDoc, and I'm an online dating expert, and I help female singles to get the right guy with the latest, knowledge about um, social how do you say, changes regarding relationships. And online dating has changed our way how we're dating, even our, it changes our brains. That's the reason I saw so many singles struggling, so that I said I need to help them. And I see that there is a change how you date, how you get into a relationship, because that's the challenge. Dating in a way is easy, not for everyone, but let's say it's easy. But getting into a relationship, oh wow, that's the juicy part, I would say.
So you speak how many languages?
Oh my God. No, I just, like I tuned in before I was on my Insta Live to say I'm at your, channel. So they should tune in, to Ashley. I speak 5 languages because I was born, bilingual already. I'm based in Vienna in Austria. So I don't know, you have like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have, Mozart.
That was the first thing that came in my head. I was like, I know where that is.
So I think we got a bit prominent there more, in the US since Arnold Schwarzenegger. And yeah, so I grew up, like, okay, German speaking, but then my parents are originally from Jordan. So I speak Arabic as well. And then, of course, I worked abroad. I was educated also in English, in French, Italian. So that helps if you're traveling inside Europe, And since I'm spending so much time also in Spanish countries and also in Latin America, I'm a huge fan of Costa Rica because you could surf there. And yeah, that's why, like my Spanish. But okay, people now who have heard me speaking Spanish would say, oh my God, he doesn't speak any Spanish. But yeah, but I can order food. So that's the most important thing.
I can order food. Yeah, that's the most important thing. Okay,
So
so tell us the secret. How does one use dating apps to their benefit?
Dating apps are a great way, and we should really compare it right now. We have the opportunity to meet so many people from so many countries all over the world, and also, people who would be even a better, like-minded, good fit for us, a good match for us, for our interests. And I know it from myself, not that I'm in a relationship, I have to say, but I do, know how it was before. And I know that you meet all those interesting people as from surfing. I do surf, for example. And for me, it's important that they have this same, like meeting people with the same lifestyle, or being open-minded, meeting people from other countries, traveling a lot. So you have the opportunity now to meet these kind of people. And I want to tell you that even if you are in a long distance, relationship, or even if someone, wouldn't be, it wouldn't be that comfortable to get to know this person because this person doesn't live in your country, that is not how to say, a hurdle or an objective that you're not meeting, that shouldn't, that is not preventing people anymore from meeting each other. We are so remote, we are so location independent, so that we really can focus on if someone is really, matching with our love map, with what we are, looking for in someone. Someone who is really, I always say that, and I love that, is doubling your happiness. Someone who is, that's the choice you got, and you got way more choice than you did, like, I don't know, 20 years before. So that is really the positive side about online dating. And the okay, and now we were talking about the positive side of online dating. The downside of online dating is that you have so much. I mean, I see the downside of online dating is that you have another app you're on. You know, we have social media already where we are busy, you know, and texting and writing, which is also a great way of dating, by the way, because I always differentiate between social media dating and online dating. But online dating is another app where we at, and I see and I notice that people get a bit lazy dating on online dating apps. So very often, I don't know if you guys are experiencing that. I'm just looking if somebody's is writing something to it, but you're on this, you know, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, and then you're, for example, on Bumble, which gets more and more popular here. And then, you know, like you start texting with this person, but then you're getting distracted by your other social media interaction, by daily life, and then you stop, you know. And so you miss a lot of opportunities to get to know someone because you're super busy on all the other apps. So yeah, that's a bit the challenge, to focus on whatever dating app you are, or if you're dating on social media, to pick one dating app and to really focus and to really make connections, because that's it. It's all about engagement, also in the online marketing world. So it's also in the dating world. You need to connect with someone to really get to know them and very quickly meet up with them. Yeah.
How does one, and I'm asking this for selfish reasons, because I find that I adapt my personality to the person who I'm dating. So like if they like sports, all of a sudden I like sports, you know? So like how does one not lose their identity when they're dating someone?
Mhm. I mean, that's the thing about, you know, making someone fall in love with you. That's what we do, because also it's also in business. I always, you know, draw the line to business life as well. If you want to be close to someone, or if you want to build up confidence and trust, you know, then it's always, you know, a way to show I am, you know, having the same interests as you, I'm feeling the same as you do. But this is, I see it something as a charming warm up. But the truth is, the first time you meet someone, you know, you very quickly can say, okay, what this person is really like, their traits, what they are, you know, interested in a way, you know, to get warm with them, to build up trust. You can, you know, pretend, okay, you're sporty, but if they are really like super, you know, athletes and doing the Ironman somewhere in Hawaii, and you're telling them I'm sporty, I'm, you know, I'm coming with you, I'm doing the, we say the triathlon, you know, swimming and biking and all that kind of stuff, that will fire back on you. So there is no use in doing that. And also because like we were talking about, you know, it's also some kind of manipulation, of course. And we tend to manipulate because all of selfish reasons, because we want to be liked and we want to be loved, and, you know, we want to have this, you know, confirmation of someone that we are all, you know, if they see you're doing the same stuff as they do, then you're like, oh, I like you even more, you know, you're fulfilling what I'm looking for. But as I said, it's a manipulation, and in the long term, you won't be happy. The other person also will be manipulated in a way and will ask things of you that you cannot provide, and then, you know, it's like a vicious circle. You're always, you know, getting to, you cannot fulfill their expectations and vice versa. So it doesn't make any sense, you know, to proceed further into this relationship. So sometimes, you know, breaking off or cutting off from the beginning, if something is just not, you know, if the interests are too different, if you're not completing each other, then you should cut it off, because it's a loss of time. And nowadays time is really one of our precious, you know, treasures. I have the feeling, I don't know how you see it, but
Yeah,
time.
I agree. I totally agree. Um, how does one stand out on the online dating world?
I have to tell you, Ashley, for example, you are standing out. I love the way you are. It's so, like already being on Instagram, being, like authentic, being super energetic. And this is a way of standing out, like being, being unique in a way. And of course, I mean, you're present. You don't have a problem being on video camera. But there's so many people introverts. So many people don't like texting, for example. They miss out on opportunities. I have clients super shy. They don't want to be, like, for example, LinkedIn it's known, I guess, LinkedIn, so
Yeah.
it's a great platform for women, who look for a decent, I would say husband, no, but someone,
Yeah. Yeah.
husband, a decent partner for a relationship, because they are, they want someone, regarding, I would say, I don't know, job, not job, but, on the same, social level in a way. They are, they want someone, intellectual on the same level. So LinkedIn is a great way to date, for example. Everybody would tell me, no, but this is for jobs and everything. But, but if you wanna, but on LinkedIn, there are 1,000 other women, for example, but you stand out if you are, totally, you will always stand out if you're totally confident with what you're doing, with what you're radiating. This is it. And this is why when you're authentic, when you're online, when you're, on camera, then everybody will want to get to know you, because this is you. And you should attract the people who want to know you, not someone you pretend to be. And this is something you hardly can hide, because our subconscious is just, it's like it sees it, like our subconscious capture this, if I just feel it, if somebody's authentic or just, playing, even if the other person is playing, but there are some things in your mimicry, in your body language, which don't fit, and this is our subconscious mind will scan it and will say, no, there is something, this is our inner intuition from the very beginning. If we date someone and we are like, but there is something, I just cannot tell you. I don't know if you experience that sometimes, but you're just not sure.
Yeah. Ooh,
and that's
okay.
the way to stand out in a very, like, this is very simply said, but be you, be authentic. And and regarding texting, I just wanted to add, because this is something, not everybody can, and is having troubles with it. You can, because texting is just a tool to get into, then to meet up. So if you're not good at that, there are ways, you can get help, and there are ways you just look it up in the internet, because that's where mostly, you don't get even into the step of dating, because you're, like, your texting is so boring, or the other person is texting you so boring. So you think, well, I'm not even going to meet them. So yeah, this is the only thing where you could really work on it, where you'd say, okay, I can just, improve that.
How does, with the holidays coming up, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, Halloween, I guess, but Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, with the holidays coming up, how does one be happy and single during the holidays?
Oh God, I did a video about that. And then I did that video last year, and last year I said, just go, leave your country and go on holidays. It will be great. You will enjoy it. Don't stay where, because very often, like, your family is asking, so where is your boyfriend, and why haven't you brought someone, and are you still, like, your aunt or your uncle is like, oh, are you married, and why don't you have a boyfriend, why don't you have a kid? Like, I know this stuff, so I said, just go and leave. I know during, like, these times now, like the pandemic, it will be more difficult. But I'm very optimistic, because, I did leave the country recently, like Austria, and went to Spain. And as always, it was amazing. I met new people, exciting people, and never ever stay, in family resorts. I always recommend to go, you know, to hostels or hotels, because this is not, you know, like hostels super shabby, where nowadays, you know, hostels are having, you know, like great Balinese style, and it's all made up, the whole tourism, the whole yeah, this whole hotel business is made up nowadays for letting people interact and socialize. And that's, you know, like booking a hiking camp, going into a surf camp, or if you don't surf, going into there are bicycle camps, there are yoga camps. Okay, yoga is one of the things I wouldn't so much recommend because there are less men. So if you're a woman,
That's true.
bike tours, hiking tours, surf camps. I just can tell you, like, surf camps are amazing. Even if you don't surf, you know, it's just for the fun. Sailing, everything that has to do some, you know, like that has an activity in it. So meeting people there is amazing. Like, everybody's open-minded, everybody wants to get to know you, and they want to interact, and people are from different countries. Amazing. And I have so many examples of people meeting each other during holidays and during traveling, more or less. So that I'm a super fan of that. And I'd say if you have the opportunity, then just, you know, leave at the holidays. If you don't, then do something really like crazy, like, but as I said, now we are a bit, you know, locked down. So I don't know
Yeah.
how it is about, you know, salsa courses, or if you're going on, I don't know, like doing some courses at home, which they offer, but meeting in real person, that's what I would suggest.
You're like slowly persuading me because I want to go somewhere for Thanksgiving, but I'm like, I don't know where.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, do you have anything in mind? Could you think about? I mean, are you even able? I mean, to leave
Oh
the
yeah, we're lots. I'm in Florida. I don't know if you've heard of Florida, but like we're not following any of the rules. So we're I'm allowed to leave places, but like I don't know what's going to be open and closed and stuff, you know, in other states.
Okay.
So
But
so
yeah, but I was in Florida last year. I was in Delray, on Delray Beach.
oh
Yes, because there was the iDating conference, one of the biggest conferences, you know, of the US for online dating. So it was super
yeah.
interesting. I just loved it there, and you know, yeah, there, I think, you know, like volleyball camps, you know, basketball, something like that. I would just, you know, beach ball camps or something like that. Yeah, just I love it. Yeah, great. You have a great, you know, like location. But you know
I
that
guess.
the other countries, yes, but the other countries then in Latin America, Central America, Costa Rica wouldn't be that far away.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the singing date doc, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
How long have you been singing?
Oh, I have been singing, you know, all my life, but you know, like singing really, you know, in front of audience, like 3 years ago. It took me so much time to really, you know, to say, okay, I'm going on stage and I'm singing. So this was also some kind of development I got, you know, like being always, in a way, yes, everybody knows you can sing. You sing some songs when every time there is a wedding or something, but never doing it on a professional basis. So now I'm just like, okay, I still do it because of fun, you know, and I do in cover songs. But my guitar player, he's always, you know, he's doing compositions and creating his own songs. So it's a lot of fun. It's just, I just enjoy it so much. And
And
it's
then that's
more
my
fun.
follow-up question. How do you get rid of stage fright?
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
I'm just laughing because the thing is, I never had that so much, you know, like, because for me, it was like being on stage is, yeah, I just love it, you know, even if I don't have anything to say. The thing is, because, um, you know, like most of the people, are stage or have stage fright because they fear to do something stupid and to embarrass themselves. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I know I'm living in a, you know, German speaking country, and also where people are even, you know, less, you know, like used to being on stage. Because whenever I travel, I meet people from the US, they are like, wow, like pure natural entertainers. I get the feeling they are more, you know, like used to it. So it's practice at all. It's a lot of practice. Just starting and going out and first doing it, you know, what's really helping if you always start with a small audience, really, you know, in persona when you're out there. And I think social media is delivering a lot, you know, of opportunities, being on camera, you know, in front of an audience and showing. So that's a start. But starting in front of a small audience, you know, in front of friends, maybe talking, and then you get a step, you know, like taking a step further and just, you know, speak in front of a big audience. So that's how I would start.
So I probably should have saved this for last, but you're doing a challenge that starts October 26th.
Yes.
Yes. Can you talk to us about that? Can you talk to us about that?
Yes. I always do, you know, like twice a year, I do challenges like really, so life trainings where I teach women, you know, teach women everything about dating and going from dating into a relationship, because that's what the ladies who come to me are looking for. Because very often they ask me, are you helping ladies to get more dates, or are you helping them just to get into a relationship? And the thing is, ladies who come to me, at the end of the day, they want a relationship, not, you know, like thousands of dates. They want high quality dates to choose from. And so this time I'm doing the challenge unfortunately in German, but I'm thinking if there are a lot of, you know, English speaking people who just want to have that challenge also in English, I would also add that, you know, like to say, okay, this is this is a life training to get to know how to find Mr. Right out of online dating. And I will include a lot of knowledge about, you know, like the social trends regarding online dating, which have changed our relationship behavior. And there is a lot of information also. And this information is necessary to prevent us, you know, from always dating the wrong ones, because that's the thing. Like a lot of we have all these women, and they are amazing, and they're, you know, business women, and they know what they want, but they think they know they are doing it right, they're dating right. And the age range of women I got, they are 30 plus, 40 plus. The 40 plus very often haven't dated for a very long time, for example, because coming out of a relationship, and they just think, oh, I'm going out there, I'm on Tinder, and then, you know, bam, the first guy is coming, and that's great, you know, like we will date, and then it goes to a relationship. But it's not working at all for them. They're super disappointed, you know, they are having they have bad experiences on dating apps. That's the reason they come to me. Also, they have been for years on matchmaking dating apps, which also didn't, you know, like giving them the results they were looking for, like a decent, you know, guy. So I show them where they have to pay attention and what they need to do to get more high quality matches and to choose the right, you know, guy from one of these. And if they also to know who is the right guy, and also to proceed further. And the very important thing is also to prevent, you know, like heartbreak and disappointments. Because in my last post I wrote, of course you learn from every mistake and every disappointment, but okay, you learned the first time, but do you have to do it a second time and a third time? And sometimes we by ourselves don't see it. We cannot, you know, we are just always going and making the same mistakes. We are like in a bottle where we don't, like a fly, you know, who doesn't find out the exit to go into, you know, like to fly out into back to nature again, out of the window. So that's where I help them, you know, to see what they are doing wrong all the time, or what they are not seeing. That's the thing. To make the blind dating seeing again, like something like that.
I like that. I like that a lot. Is that make that a thing? Make that a post.
Yes, let's do that. Like, wow, wow, I'm brainstorming now.
Right? Never makes it right now. So you have you use your sociology. I know I messed up that word. You use your sociology studies to understand the mind mechanics of men.
Right. Oh, I love
Be-
that. Yes, exactly. Right.
Because men and women think very differently.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I myself, before when I started my relationship, with my partner, I found out that I knew, really, I didn't really know how men communicated and women. I just like, I was always having the feeling that I say something and he is saying something and I just don't get it. Like two different languages, if we're talking about that. And it
Yeah.
really was like that. And my first encounter with that was, like I don't know, he's very known as Dr. Gray, the he's not a psychologist. He's a psychologist. And he wrote that book, Men Are From Venus,
Oh
Men
yeah,
Are From
yeah.
Mars, Women Are From Venus. So that was the first, encounter that, okay, communication is totally different. And the more I dived into this matter, the more I found out, and also talking to, interviewing, doing research with hundreds of men also, it's a total different world. They see relationships totally different than we women do. They also fall in love differently than we do. So that's the reason there is always, and I don't know if you noticed it, but there is always this misunderstanding or this this misunderstanding where a relationship is going to. Women understand some when they start dating and then going, further in this process. There is a stage where they are, heading into another direction than the guys, and they just don't get it. And still, when women text me, or clients text me, but this guy, he was an ex and he texted me, doesn't mean that he's coming back to me. Like, does he like me again because he said he's liking, like he missed the time with you? And I'm explaining that doesn't mean anything. Like, for example, like that's, I know that hurts. And we were so we're thinking with our emotions, but the truth is, I have to say, I have to prevent further, expectations and further pain, because that's what's always happening, and then they are disappointed more and more by men. And then this,
yeah. Sorry. So side note, your hair is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So can you please tell us your hair care secrets?
Okay, my hair care secret, also worked a lot on it, is the hair care secret is I put a lot of products into my hair. So they're getting super happy. And then there I have something like a hairdo. And and I really can't say it's much easier if I'm in a country with salt water, because here the dampness is always destroying my hairdo. Yeah, that's okay. I'm working on it.
But whatever you're doing, keep doing, because it's always so bouncy and you're always so happy. Why are you always smiling? Honestly though, like in every one of your posts, you're always smiling. Why are you always smiling?
I take this as a compliment. It's really like
it is a compliment. It is a compliment.
No, because I'm someone who, first of all, smiling gives so much endorphins, and if you start doing it, you just don't, it's like an addiction in a way. You just do it all the time, and it really helps you to get over stress and everything. So I'm really used to it. And I do cry sometimes as well, but less than I, be like happy and these kind of things. So for me, I just, it's, you have better times smiling than not smiling.
I like that. I like that answer a lot. Okay, so we have to talk about the surfing.
Yes.
Because you've mentioned it several times.
Maybe I'm smiling on surfing. on the island, and I was like really already, like super, how do you say, like, because I'm super addicted to surfing, and I'm living in Vienna in the center of Europe where there is no, no sea. So I was like, when the lockdown started in Austria in February, I mean, it wasn't a lot, but like, there was a lockdown, and then, like, the borders were closed, and it was already May, and I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm getting really sick, that was when the smiling could have vanished already a bit. But then I was like, okay, I need to go back to my surfing. I started 5 years ago, and surfing,
Wow.
yes, I mean, quite late, because other people, they just start when they're in their childhood. And I had so much fun. And what surfing taught me is to never give up, because taking a wave for me was really difficult, really hard. And I'm not, like, in action sports, and surfing is an action sport. So, but I don't know, it just, like, it got me, and I just wanted to learn it. And I got so much more. I got so motivated, had great surfing coaches who just said, you can do that. And that's where I learned you have to be consistent, and you have to be, like, believing in yourself, because it has a lot to do with your mind, that you can stand up, that you can take the wave. So this is it, like, this is, yeah. So it taught me a lot, and that's the reason I like it so much. And there's also, like, their studies show that there is, like, a proven magic. If you're on the sea water, and this being carried by the wave gives you some kind of a flow, and it's also like endorphins, and like, this is that's a feeling I just want to experience all the time. Maybe like getting high, probably, like, all the time, but in a natural way.
Yeah, I like that comparison. Okay. Ooh, who do people say you look like?
Sometimes I'm really, like, they mix me up with someone whose hair probably is as mine, but they think, how, I don't know. I'm just thinking, but no, they just, like, no, I don't have any idea right now.
I kind of want to say a slip of mind, but you resemble a celebrity, and it's been like, I'm like, I know who it is, but like, I don't know her name.
Ah, okay, but you have to tell me then, if you get it.
I bet you as soon as we log off of here, like, I'll be like, oh, that's what it was. Okay, so can someone live life single and still be happy?
Yes. But I'd be like, yes, but if you have, I know a lot of singles who can't be, who, behave as if they can't be in a relationship anymore. But for me, having compared it myself, and that's the reason why I started this mission as a date doc, is I think with the right partner, you can double your happiness. And there is a reason behind why we, are made for relationships, and why we like being not only with a partner but with people. It's, it's inspiring, and our social life is essential to our living, especially now that we have experienced this now in lockdown or through the pandemic. We just felt it, like, everybody felt so weird and depressed, and even, you get dumber without the contact, with people. And you also need this personal, touch with people. You, of course, you can always look for how, regarding relationships, for getting like a substitute, like, instead of being with a partner, I don't know, you're with your child or with your family. I do experience that a lot with singles who put their energy, into their family. But that's very good, everything, but sometimes I have the feeling, they put all the energy to get distracted from the fact that they should be also, but with a partner. But of course, only if you are with a partner that matches you, that lifts you up, that, with the right partner, that, who's complimenting you, who's giving you a good feeling every day, This is something that really enriches your life, that makes your life very optimizes your life. And this is something you can do, of course, and you can find this right person. But of course, you need patience, and you need to look out for that person, and to be careful not to choose the wrong person, you know, because you're so much in love with the idea of the ideal relationship that you choose someone but who isn't a fit for you. So rather be single than in the wrong relationship, because this can be a burden, you know, like
Yeah.
rather wait. And of course you can be single and happy, but you can be happier in a relationship. That would be like, you know, like in stages. Like the first step, you're single and happy and live your life and have lots of friends. But the next step could be with someone, you know, who's a real great match and gives you a good feeling. The moment someone gives you a good feeling, like, grab him and keep him, you know.
You really are like legit. You're like the real deal.
Ah!
Because like, you know, like there's tons of online dating people online, and it's like you never know who you can trust, but it's like everyone should trust you. Forget
Oh!
everyone else. Really.
Thank you so much.
I'm whenever I get the courage to date again, I'm definitely gonna sign up for all of your classes. I don't care what language they're in, I'll figure it out. Okay, so tell us where we can like you, follow you, stalk you, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so let's start Instagram. I just love it, you know, like meeting such great people, like, you know, meeting you. Instagram, it's Nisrien, your DateDoc. And on Facebook, I'm Nisrien, your singing. Yeah, it's Nisrien, your DateDoc, but you also find me under Nisrien, the singing DateDoc, also on Facebook. Also, I got a YouTube channel. I have a website, nisrien.com. So you find me there as well. Yes. So yeah, get in touch. You know, I love talking to people from all over the world. So I just want to know, you know, how's your love life going and where I can be of help. And yeah, whenever you need some advice, just get in touch.
And she's the real deal, y'all. Like, and she replies really quickly as well. So never feel intimidated. Don't feel scared. Like, she replies no matter what time of day. And then, okay, so final question, and then I'm gonna let you go. How does someone love themselves?
Loving yourself is really enjoying the time you got, knowing that it's precious. And love yourself is just find out what you like to do, find out what gives you, you know, like happiness in your life, and then just go for it and try to do it as often as you can, you know. And it's, yeah, discovering what you like, and even if it's little things, you know, like, you know, can be like going out and looking for the latest restaurants or cake or coffee shops or whatever. That could be so much fun already. And just, you know, stay open-minded and be open, and don't judge so quickly, because it's always a constant work on my also on myself, is just how to, you know, not being judgmental and just be relaxed and look for happiness where it is, you know, like yeah, that's where to start to love yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself. Never. This is it. We are so hard on ourselves when we do mistakes, when we make mistakes, when we are even judged by others. I know also, you know, on the internet world, sometimes people just write something and maybe write stuff you wouldn't agree, or even offend you or whatever. So don't, you know, like, don't let it, you know, get to you. Be your best friend. Treat yourself as if you're, you know, your queen, more or less.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking with me. This is really good. The highlight. I'm definitely gonna have a great week because you start off my week great. Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh no, you froze. Okay.
You know, I already love you. You made my week as well. You know, when I saw
Oh
that,
yay!
I'm like, ooh.
All right, all right. Thank you, girl. I'll message you later. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.